Welcome to another episode of a Curiously Good podcast. We are back after a little hiatus. As always, I'm Noah J. Matthews, and today we're going to bring you a hysterical humor essay by Vella Karman. This essay answers the question that you've been too scared to ask. How do you third wheel like a born thug? How do you efficiently make it awkward? And, most importantly, how do you speed up their relationship so you can eat cake at their wedding? After all, that's the only benefit of being friends with a dating couple, right? Vella Karman's essay, How to Third Wheel Like a Pro, is guaranteed to make you an absolute goat at third wheeling. Today's episode is brought to you by Beyond the Mirage, also by Vella Karman, a quirky road trip book about RVs that can teleport. Let's dive in. This isn't your granddad's Christian fiction. It's time to find and celebrate the good stuff. The Kingdom Riders who are breaking boundaries and eating stereotypes for breakfast. It's time to show the world what a new generation of Christian writers has to offer. It's time to show them something curiously good. There's curiously good kingdom literature all around us. Some of it old, some of it being written as we speak. Welcome to a kingdom-minded conversation for readers. Let's talk about the good, the bad, the holy, the profane. And let's have fun while we do it.
So, your friends are dating. And from some bizarre series of circumstances, it's usually just the three of you hanging out. You and them. The poor, unsuspecting couple. Here's my impossible to fail 3-step process for third wheeling like a pro. 1. Laugh when the guy farts. Yes, I have done this, so sue me. He was following her around like a puppy, and since she and I were the ones actually hanging out, he was sitting in the empty hallway, waiting. He farted. It echoed through the abandoned section of the building. I made eye contact with my friend, and we burst out in uncontrollable giggles. I didn't want him to feel bad, so I tried to make a comment that sounded like we might have been laughing about a funny-looking cloud out the window. I know, I'm on shaky moral ground at this point, since I'm trying to mislead him, but I've grown since 9th grade. My dad recommends faking farting sounds and blaming it on the guy if needed. Your friends will love you for this, because it's a hallmark of established couples that they're comfortable farting around each other. We're just speeding up the process. They're welcome. 2. Put yourself in the most awkward place possible. Sit on their laps if you can. In Tall Girl, my favorite scene is when Dunkers, the guy who's had a crush on Jody since 1st grade, walks into the room where Jody and the exchange student living with him are on a sort of date. He walks through the room a couple times, turns on the blender to make a smoothie, and talks over the romantic movie. Dunkers is the expert at putting himself in the way. When they finally invite him to watch the movie with them, he plants himself on the couch between them, except there's not enough space, so he just sits on their laps. Then he wriggles himself down onto the cushion. Do that. In fact, you should watch Tall Girl and practice the move in advance. If they're not sitting, stand uncomfortably close to them. If they're walking together, burst through the middle, especially if they are holding hands. If they lean in for a kiss, lean in too. Then whisper, "What are we doing?" Everyone could use a good friend by their side in a new and uncomfortable situation. Why do we assume first kisses are excluded? Be a good friend and lean in for the kiss. They need you. 3. Set them up without permission. If your friends aren't dating, they still need you. Did you know there are Christian dating apps? Create a profile for your friend on a Christian dating app, then agree to go on a date for them. Finally, tell your friend to meet you at the place and time of the date. Don't show up. This is important. Normally, I recommend being there for your friends, but I might mess up this process. If you're there to explain the whole situation when some random guy, carefully chosen by you, recognizes your friend from the picture you uploaded and introduces himself, it might not work. If they don't have to sort out the confusion, they won't bond as well. And if you don't have any pictures of your friend, you might need to upload a selfie of you with your friend. That'll confuse the guy, so just don't go. Your third wheeling services will be needed later, when they're actually dating. Okay, now you're ready to be a pro. Go out there, laugh, fart, sit on their laps, and set your friends up without asking permission. They'll thank you later. Note, Vella Karman is not an expert on dating. Talk to a non-comedic professional if you are in need of real help.
What an essay. I love Vella's boldness to push boundaries and go for the joke. Top-notch humor from a technical standpoint. From a practical standpoint, this essay is flawless. It's advice that all of us needed, even if we didn't know it, and something that will enrich all of our lives for years to come. And because you're so enlightened now, you have no excuse not to go and sit on your dating friend's laps or lean in for the kiss. And the advice works. Belle ended up being the first graduate from the company to tie the knot. So, watch out. While you're setting up your friends, you might actually be setting up yourself. Now, this month's sponsor is Beyond the Mirage, also by Vella Karman. I mean, she's just coming out with winners, am I right? So, from the back of the book, what if God allowed people to teleport? Lauren is a Kodesher, one of those people who can teleport a whole car full of people across the country. When California wildfires turned the drive to her sister's wedding into a mad dash teleportation tour of the country, she's entrusted with her sister's wedding ring and thrust into a responsibility she knows she's not ready for. When the ring goes missing, Lauren is forced to make choices that will impact the lives of the people around her forever. As the leader of this ragtag group of wedding guests, she finds herself in more trouble than she bargained for. And since when did she ask to be haggled about her parents' death, ancient history, at every move? Not all is as it seems, and trusting God might just be a journey. With the imagination and powerful prose of Nadine Brandy's Wistress, this clean YA novel speaks to the journeys we all embark on, and the faith it takes to put the broken pieces back together. I had the honor and the privilege to copy edit Vella's novel, and what an amazing ride it was. The characters are fun and unique, the world building is excellent, and the message about trusting God really is potent and comes across in a very natural way. My favorite character has got to be Xavier, Laura's friend's boyfriend, who's a jerk but also pretty lovable. Honestly, Laura should have read How to Third Wheel Like a Pro and sat in their laps. Just saying. Beyond the Mirage just came out in ebook and paperback this last month, so just a couple weeks ago, honestly. So, march on over to Amazon, buy the book, and leave a review. You'll make Vella's day, and it'll be more than worth it. I mean, just look at this thing. It's gorgeous. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Once again, I'm Noah J. Matthews, and this is a Curiously Good podcast. You made it this far, so make sure you're liking, subscribing, and commenting. For a weekly dose of Curiously Good literature, hop over to the Pearl at pearlmag.co and make sure you subscribe. Just by listening, you're contributing to Better Kingdom Media. To sponsor an episode, email us at advertise@pearlmag.co. We'll catch you later.